Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DarkMatch. It is July 13th, 2012, and we're going to talk about Homestuck. Fuck TNA.
Huh? Wait a minute.
I'm Duos Angel, and with me is...
Phoenix Justice, and oh my god, Dirk. Dirk.
Just Dirk. Just holy god. And AR, or Hal. I don't know what to call
Wait a damn minute. You're talking about some webcomic, something positive? What's going on here?
No, fuck TNA. It was boring. We're going to talk about our comic.
That's not what
You're
that
not
is.
talking about Homestuck.
Aw, fine.
We're gonna suffer through this bullshit, and we are gonna smile through it. God damn it!
You can hear how happy I am.
It was
I'm
such
so
a
much
great
rather talk
show.
about badass teenagers.
I know none of us want to talk about TNA's embarrassing 3 steps back after their 1 step forward on pay-per-view, but guys, that's what we're here to do. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm third in the rotation. I'm Jingus, and also with me is...
I'm No Leaf Clover, and I'm saving my energy for one segment.
Oh, you're not even gonna... Fine, I'll do the Iron Sheik tweet. All right. Where is it? Hang on. Wow, not that one. That's incredibly racist.
Wait, he has tweets that aren't?
More yeah, I'm having trouble finding one that isn't. The Brody is me, friend, and the page Megan, my family. He showed the respect to the legend, not like the steroid Mexican midget dick.
At Jose Canseco. What the hell did Jose Canseco do to Sheik?
Jose Canseco is fucking jabroni. Iron Sheik put them in the iron clutch, or the chemical, every clutch, and break his back. Fuck
Make
with
him
that
humble.
and make him humble.
Okay. So,
Oh boy. You know, I thought we were gonna start off on a good note.
we did.
actually
We started off with Homestuck.
Good
Yeah,
note.
that's automatically great.
TNA. What do you... Oh, wait, actually, the
It's
show
good of a
does
notice where we're going to get.
really well. Yeah,
I mean, I thought on the show they started off with a good note because they went back and they showed Austin Aries winning the World Championship.
well, yeah, that happened too.
It was a nice recap.
By the way, thank you, TNA, for the first time in several years, finally putting the belt on someone I care about at all. It's been a while. I'm sorry, Robert Roode never did anything for me. I always found him kind of boring and generic.
He became boring and generic very quickly after he won the title.
Agree. He did.
Oddly enough, Hogan was right about him the first time, and then Hogan was like, "Never mind, brother. He's gonna be a huge star, brother." So Hogan was right about something, and then he was totally fucking wrong about something.
So it evened out.
Huh, imagine that. Anyway, and we have the video package to start with a bit of, recapping and stuff like that. And then, thank the Lord, our first match of the night, Joseph Park Esquire, attorney at law versus Bully Ray.
Actually, I want to comment on the video package. Why was there a narrator?
Uh,
That was kind of weird.
In the words of the henchman from George of the Jungle, are you picking a fight with the narrator?
Trying to make it better. It just seemed kind of out of place.
The thing, though, is that there actually is a lot to be said about video packages that can tell a story exclusively through clips.
Yeah, and WWE does that really well.
Yeah.
A lot.
I've seen TNA do it, and
TNA's done it, but...
Yeah. Everybody listening...
That was just fucking weird.
Yeah, to just see what you can do with a video package. Everybody go look up the package for a long-forgotten WWE pay-per-view called St. Valentine's Day Massacre 1999.
I love that pay-per-view.
Me too. That was...
Yeah. Oh, it's a great show. Well, the last 2 matches are great. The rest...
Yeah.
I mean, in the undercard, I think Goldust versus Blue Meanie might be the match of the first half of the night, so for what that's worth. But they do this.
I started watching wrestling.
Yeah, it's right when I started, actually. Yeah, as old as I am, I hadn't watched it forever. I only started in college. But anyway, they had this great video package, which was edited and filtered and effect gimmick to look like a silent movie. And it just had this 1920s kind of upbeat jazzy song playing over all the clips. Mostly of like Undertaker and the Ministry being creepy and Foley and Rock beating each other up and Austin beating up McMahon. But it was awesome. Look that up. The opening to the St. Valentine's Day Massacre 1999. That's how you do a fucking video package right there. Anyway, this match.
Which I thought was a great way to actually start the show.
Yeah.
This
God, I love this act. Everything he does, and I mean this as a glowing compliment, Abyss does the most amazing impression of, like, the crappiest backyarder in the world who's never been in a real wrestling match in his entire life.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I mean,
He did it well, like he'd never wrestled before.
Character is, sorry.
Yeah. Like when he like fails to hit the ropes and looks worse than Kelly, and like his attempt at Vader style punches, which never go very well, and his just his intentionally awkward ring positioning and his different selling and just so many different things he's doing, which is so brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, Joseph, this whole angle has been awesome. I was kind of blown that it wasn't on the pay-per-view, because I know it's Destination X and it's the X Division, but I felt like it should have
been a great pay-per-view match.
Yeah, well, there were no comedy matches on the show. There were no women on the show. I mean, it was all just X Division stuff in the main event.
And one random Bound for Glory series match.
Yeah. Well, it's Joe.
Oh yeah, because that's so much better than putting your women's division in.
Well, I understand why, because the whole point is that this is the work rate pay-per-view, and it's Joe versus Angle. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it is annoying that they have such a big roster with so much crap going on at any one time that they literally can't fit half of it on one pay-per-view. Like, we've only got 3 hours. What do you want out of us?
We've only got 3 hours to showcase 250 wrestlers. Give us a break.
Anyway, back to this match. Joseph Park Esquire is awesome, and Bully Ray is a bully, and from what I hear, that's basically how he is in real life. That's why he's so good at playing that character.
He's basically playing himself.
Yeah, and finally he gets some plunder, they whack each other, they bring some thumbtacks out, and this surprised me, on a random impact, Bully Ray goes back first into about 1,000 thumbtacks.
Of course, using the famous Foley rule of if you bring the weapon into the ring, it has to be used against you.
Yeah.
I wonder if they were partly gimmick, because they were not many of those actually stuck into his body, I noticed.
Yeah.
He did it really
hard. Actually, even when he sat up, most of the ones that were sticking to him were backwards. Yeah, they were sticking to him because of the sweat.
Yeah, I think Abyss actually got the worst deal of that toward the end.
Yeah, because he like sat on them at the end.
Then scooted back again. Yeah, scooted back.
It's like he didn't notice it.
Probably wasn't too bad through the tracksuit.
Yeah, hopefully not. Those things hurt though.
And for God's sake, it's Abyss. If anybody would be used to it by now. Poor soul.
Yeah.
He's just like, I don't even feel him anymore. Hey, want to buy a thumbtack that's been in me for $5? Finding forms over here, fellas.
Joseph Park briefly gets the upper hand before Bully Ray takes the wallet of Gilligap and hits Joseph Park in the face with it. At first it was like, that's a flame finish. Then I was like, but it is Joseph Park, so
it's not Abyss.
Great spot though for Joseph Park holding the chair backwards.
Oh, that was awesome. Backwards,
that was hilarious.
And down.
Yeah.
He's holding it like the wrong way up.
Holding it gingerly, like he's never done it before.
Exactly. Like I've done this myself. The first time you go to pick up a chair to hit somebody with, and you're like, "Wait, this is like a Rubik's cube. How the hell does this work? This seems so simple when I was watching people do it on TV." And a brief digression. I'm hearing some echo. Is anyone else hearing that?
Yes.
I think it's coming from No Leaf.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll turn it down.
Okay, but yeah, he's holding the chair so completely wrong and so clueless. And just like subtle things he does too. Like sometimes like when he's taking certain shots, he puts his hands up too early and at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just so much looking like, as if I got in a wrestling ring right now and tried to have a match. It would be something along those lines. And he's great at doing that. And I'm amazed because who thought after all this time they'd ever care about Abyss again? Because they did everything they could with that guy, good and a lot of bad. I mean, he was basically the Kane of TNA in that, well, not only did he have Kane's gimmick, but they also stuck him with all of the very worst storylines. And somehow he persevered, and he did it really well, and it's awesome.
Just for future
Got a great
reference,
ankle going.
Just for future reference, this is an example of an angle that should be bad being awesome. We will see the inverse later.
Although things are, I wish they would just basically do the same thing they did with, what was Santino as a girl? What was his name? Was it Santina?
Santina Morella.
I wish they'd basically do the same thing with Joseph that they did with Santina. Just pretend that they actually never were the same person and she just leaves and we never see him again. But it appears they're not doing that because at one point after the match, Joseph Park Esquire notices that he's bleeding. And he continues, by the way, his brilliant non-wrestler impression.
Oh, yeah, I love this part.
He wipes all the blood right off of his forehead. But he's still bleeding heavily, so more comes. Yeah, you never think about that. What do you never see wrestlers do with their blood? Wipe their face.
Mm-hmm.
It's like actors who cry in a movie. It's like, I put so much into this, and here's my own body fluids. Don't you love it? And no, I'm not going to wipe my face like any normal person would. He wipes his face here and then continues to bleed more. And then he, apparently where we're going is that Joseph and Abyss are indeed the same guy and they're split personalities because he reverts to Abyss for a second. Black Hole slams Bully Ray and then wakes back up. He's like, what happened? Where am I?
Called it.
Yeah, I liked that though. I like how they pulled that off.
It had to happen eventually. They had to explain what was going on. So I'm not too upset with that.
He could have left. This is a company where ninjas jump out of thin air, drive away with a van, and are never mentioned again.
Ninjas kidnapping people on TV.
Guys, DID. Just multiple personality disorder. I might have kind of a thing.
I know. My girlfriend in college had that, and it got weird at intimate times. But anyway.
Not that. I don't actually have split personality disorder. I just like it in a narrative.
I love split personality or DID, dissociative identity disorder, for anybody wondering, stories, but man, most of them suck.
Yeah.
I mean, how many different Hulks are inside of Bruce Banner's head in the comics?
Oh, I have no clue.
Anybody ever see X-Men 3?
Oh, God, don't remind me of that movie. That was hated that movie.
Fuck that movie.
Exactly.
We just ran off Alley in the net. Left. Yeah, and Sting does a promo, and I fast-forwarded through all the promos on this show. I'll admit that. I didn't see hardly any of them. Somebody else could take this one.
He's playing with the fucking playing cards.
So he's still Joker, Sting?
And eights, and he'll see what that's all about tonight. And then we go backstage to Bully, who is coming backstage.
Hang on, but why is Sting Steve Ledger?
So I was going to say, I still think why are they doing it? It's like 4 years too late. I can understand if they did it 2008 after The Dark Knight came out, but why now?
Yeah, I mean, he should be doing a Bane gimmick.
Yeah.
How long did WCW wait to put Sting in the Crow paint?
No, that was shortly after the movie came out.
2 years. At least 2 years, yeah.
Was it? I could have sworn it was really soon after.
The Crow was 1994. Sting didn't go to the Crow paint till 1996.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that was a huge thing back when I was in high school. Believe me, I remember.
I remember the Crow paint. I didn't remember it was that late.
Just don't remember any of the sequels. Anyway. Wow, City of Angels was the worst fucking movie of all time.
You know what would be great, though? What if Sting just started rotating through various forms of the Joker? What if they had him
That
doing
would be
Arkham
awesome. See, I would
City
love
Joker?
them to do like a 60s. Oh, yeah.
And tonight I shall be doing the guy who does Bender's voice as the Joker in Under the Red Hood.
John DiMaggio.
That was a great Joker. I wasn't thinking it would be, but it was. And, oh shit, we're getting way off the fuck topic.
Whoops,
Yeah,
tangent.
well, look at what else we have to talk about. Bully
Yeah,
Ray.
we're trying to ignore it.
Yeah, the promo with Bully Ray. Okay, it starts with a cool image of Bully. I guess he realized that he had all of like 4 tacks in his body, but somehow he's got 20 in his boot, and he's just picking them out one by one. Just watching him do that gets a powerful point across. Mm-hmm. But then he comes up and starts speaking some bad dialogue about who was that? That wasn't Joseph Park in there.
It's like, I faced Joseph Parks, but no, who was that?
No.
It's like,
yeah, I had to pause.
What was that?
That's kind of like a facepalm moment for me.
Yeah.
There was an old reference to an old gimmick, but anyway. I'm stalling on this next match because it's 2 guys one guy I still kind of like and one guy I used to. Samoa Joe versus Rob Van Dam. This sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, thinking back, I don't think these guys have ever clicked well together. Their styles do not match at all.
Plus, Joe and RVD either. They're both not as athletic as they used to be. Joe especially so.
No, I think Joe is trying a hell of a lot more than RVD is these days.
Yeah.
That's
what I was saying yesterday when we were watching.
Awkward.
It's like Joe was giving a fuck this day. He just didn't happen to win.
And it's his first time that I've seen him in his new look with the mohawk and the new pants, and it looks like he maybe lost 10, 20 pounds, and I think it's a good look for him. He's looking trying, although I got the point they were trying to get across in this match. I got the story they were telling. I don't think they told it well. I think they were telling it with a lot of stuttering and going, oh, wait, this other thing I forgot to tell you.
Seemed kind of sloppy.
Basically, it's Joe puts RVD in lots of submissions and basically beats him up for the majority of the match, and then RVD gets a bullshit roll-up.
And somehow wins. Yeah,
that was... What now?
He rolls him to a small package.
I'm sorry, huh?
Oh, my ears.
Are you saying this match ended with the...
Maybe.
Yes, Jingus. Samoa Joe got beaten with the bullshit roll-up.
This was just as much of a... This was the ultimate bullshit roll-up. This was my exact kind that I hate. Because it makes wrestling look meaningless. It makes the story look meaningless. It's like everything that happened in the match before this point, none of it mattered. We're just picking
winners that pinned you.
Yeah. It's like with Divas matches. Oh, a few minutes of matches. Oh, win by roll-up. Doesn't matter. That shit I've always hated.
Oh, God.
So, and oh, look, it's worse.
I'm not going to say anything, and I'm not going to say anything until you guys are finished fucking explaining it.
I skipped half of this. So
okay, first thing, why the fuck are the camera crew now paparazzi? I know that's actually been going on for a while, and I've just sort of been ignoring it, but what the fuck?
Yeah,
hold the
like
camera.
They're trying to be TMZ.
What do you mean?
Just hold the camera. Well, because the camera crew actually starts to ambush people, and it's obviously the camera guy asking the fucking questions.
Yeah.
They don't actually have backstage interviews anymore. The camera guy just ambushes people and asks them really invasive questions. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Well, actually, it is.
You're a cameraman.
That's the funny thing. They make it look like a camera guy because it's an inside joke. The mystery you're asking the question isn't the guy holding the camera. He's standing next to the guy holding the camera. It's Jason Hervey, a.k.a. Bischoff's best friend, and a.k.a. if anybody older than me remembers, he was Fred Savage's best friend on the Wonder Years.
No,
he was his brother.
What?
He was his brother.
Brother.
So he goes on the same list that we can thank Eric for, with Sonny Ono and Ernest the Cat Miller and, Garrett. And early Diamond Dallas Page before he got good. Because, wow, you want to see some of the worst matches of all time? Find some of him versus Eved Sullivan or the Renegade, 1995. Holy shit. You won't even need a gun to commit. Anyway, yeah, there's a crack whore and she's pregnant and stuff. And I skipped half of this promo. What happened here?
I wasn't paying attention because I have blissfully not been around for this fucking angle. So I have no idea. The only thing I took long enough to make note of is that she is pregnant, and for some reason, actual pregnant woman in a ring made me very, very nervous.
Bad.
Probably because of something No Leaf said.
Bad.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, the promo's a piece of shit. This was really bad.
Why are they continuing this fucking angle? I don't get it. I don't like it.
Actually pointed that out in the promo. He's like, well, I thought this was over weeks ago.
Wait, no.
I thought it was over longer than that.
Forgot the part about Hulk Hogan coming backstage and he did a promo too.
Yes, you mentioned aces and eights, and then I was very confused for a little while because that's a pen and paper RPG set in the West.
Shadowrun? What?
That'd be cool.
Hey, anybody wants to play
now
Shadowrun? I got the source books.
I'm thinking of a Shadowrun AU with TNA. Fuck.
Oh god.
Shadowrun.
But Hogan would be a terrible GM.
Hogan would have no fucking essence left.
No, Hogan would be a cyber zombie. He would be like -6 essence.
And that concludes all I know about Shadowrun.
I haven't played it.
Clearly.
So I don't know much.
I think Zima Ion would be an elf. Samoa Joe is an orc.
Half orc.
Austin Aries is a dwarf. There are no half anything in Shadowrun. It's all true-blooded for some reason. Yeah, we're trying not to talk about the pregnant crack whore, people. What would you do? What would you do? And finally, whatever her name is Claire. Apparently, every time I hear that name, I imagine it from the little girl from Resident Evil 2 saying it. Claire.
Sherry, yeah.
Sherry Birkin. Yeah, the useless one. Yeah, I'd rather have her than Ada.
She's not as useless in 6.
Anyway, and it turns out that apparently her baby is from the sperm of AJ Styles. So he totally coated the inside of her hoo-ha with his dick spritz.
They broke No Leaf.
I need to write that down. That's going in a fucking Homestuck fanfic.
Fuck you, TNA! Fuck you! Oh, fuck you hard! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Fuck you, TNA! Fuck you! Fuck you! Why is this still going on? Why? Why?
I couldn't put it any better.
There is no more answer to those questions than the proverbial 3-year-old who keeps asking why all the way up the line of information.
Because no one
everything.
understands.
No.
The shitty angle nobody cares about. Why would you keep going on with it?
You took two of the greatest wrestlers of this fucking generation and you stuck them in this bullshit angle for a year.
And Kazarian!
Year!
Oh, Kazarian's alright.
A fucking year.
Yeah.
Not that I blame people for not realizing it's been going on that long, considering it might as well have not have been a fucking angle.
At least there was no Dixie this week. Silver lining, people. Silver lining.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Eric Bischoff, for thinking this is good. Fuck you. Fuck everybody who enables this bullshit. Fuck you, TNA.
Can we talk now?
I guess so.
Okay. Yeah, this literally seems like a leftover Russo idea that they just decided to run with. like somewhere, like after they were cleaning out his office, in between blood-encrusted Coke spoons and unused heroin needles, they found a pile of cocktail napkins with drunken ideas scribbled on them.
They managed to read them.
Yeah,
after exclusive
called it
translating.
Taz. Said, Taz, you know New Yorkese. Read this shit to us. And they finally deciphered one of them as if it were the Rosetta Stone, and you were working from like the one part of it that makes sense and working backwards. And finally they thought, pregnancy angle. Well, he's done it before, multiple times, always sucked. Why not?
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be
He's not
surprised.
actually here anymore. We can handle it.
Yeah, we'll make it better.
Damn it, brother love. The rest of
I
your
don't
show.
care whose idea this was. I just want it to stop. I just want AJ and Daniels. I'm sick of seeing AJ and Daniels wrestle.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Wow.
fine the
How
first few
fucked up is that?
times, but after 12 months of it, it gets old really fucking fast.
You
Yeah.
made me hate an AJ versus Daniels match. You fucking bastards.
Yeah, you should hear that and be like, fucking sold.
And how about that selling? What was the finish? A Styles clash off a skyscraper or something like that in the match? After they were beating each other with, I believe, chainsaws, and there were some blow torches involved, and wrecking balls, I'm pretty sure. They come out on the show, the very next show, and they both sport a tiny little Band-Aid on their head and otherwise move around like they're fine.
That should have been the blow-off match.
They bring it up too.
The end.
They bring it up. First thing AJ says to Daniels is, "How are you still walking?" Good fucking question.
Yeah. It's like, how did I not break all your keys?
Jim in the chat. What if AJ and Daniels get married? No, see, that'd be amazing. Because that's stupid enough to be entertaining.
If Daniels just was one day was like, you know what, AJ, I'm sorry. This is all a ploy because I just needed to tell you that I love you.
I can't hold in my feelings any longer.
I
wish I knew how to quit you.
AJ being completely unable to get through this angle without repeatedly making reference to himself as a fag or faggot. Because, yeah, I've heard the guy say it. It sounds exactly like that. And that would be the funniest thing in the world.
Oh, God, I fucking hate this angle. I don't understand why it's still going on.
Nobody likes it. It's the anti. It is literally the anti-Punk Danielson AJ angle.
Yeah. They're trying to do another angle like WWE is, except they're failing.
This makes me long for Twilight. Congratulations, TNA. You made me long for fucking vampires biting babies out of uteruses. Because at least that's funny.
Hang on, because this chick, Claire the Pregnant Crack Whore, she is maybe the worst actress I've ever seen inside of a wrestling ring. Still a hell of a lot better than Kristen Stewart.
Still a lot fucking better than that movie. I'm sorry. That Breaking Dawn's a piece of shit.
The dad's toast at the wedding was funny. Aside from that,
This whole thing broke me.
I had the riff track. So what?
This whole thing broke me, though. This whole thing broke me. It made me want to watch every goddamn bad thing I've ever watched.
You're like, well, time for a trauma marathon. And next up, Sci-Fi Channel Original Pictures.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch a little Troll 3, and then I'm gonna watch some Birdemic, and then maybe I'll watch The Room. Howling 2, Sturbo Wolf Bitch. Yeah, I might watch that.
You're tearing me apart, TNA.
Then I might play Aquaman and
Search for Atlantis.
Hey, that reminds me, you could watch modern episodes of X-Play. That would make you feel better.
Yeah, I'll take TNA over that.
You know what this makes me want to do? It makes me want to watch old games of the XFL.
Gutless Rusty. He's going for a field goal at this yard line. Yeah, that was my best Jesse Ventura. I'm sorry. That's all I got.
Better than I could do.
I'll take 50 Shades of Grey over this, and
that's a horrible fanfic.
And that's basically
it should be
the book.
It is a fanfic. Yeah. It is literally. It was a Twilight fanfic, and she switched the names. That's literally what she did, and somehow it's a bestseller.
Because people are stupid.
Hate everything.
Yeah.
So much, and god damn it. So it is literally a fanfic that is being outdone by 14-year-olds.
Well, it's not being outdone by this angle.
No, it's not.
No, I'll take the badly done BDSM over this.
Enough of this. Let's move the hell on. We've stopped this into the ground enough. I believe we've beaten this horse until it's decomposing. So next,
that would make this look a lot like TNA.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, TNA is like Jason Voorhees and Jason X. Not the in space part, but where he's like dead but regenerating at the same time. TNA is kind of like that now. It is a freak of nature. We don't understand. But anyway, we got a new X Division champion, and it's the awesome Zima Ion. And he wrestles the not awesome, but he's kind of talented, and I could see him doing something maybe someday, Dakota Darso here, and 2 minutes of stuff and moves, and then it's over.
Zima Ion's entire story would be really, really great for a face. Like, taking out the whole career-ending bullshit and injuring people, just... especially, like, watching this match, he spends most of the beginning of this match getting his ass kicked, and then he has a big comeback towards the end. If this was a face, he'd be such a great underdog character.
I don't know if it was so much comeback as he hit 2 moves and then won.
Okay, no, if it wasn't TNA and everything they did didn't suck. At least a little.
Everything they do doesn't suck. Destination X was a really good pay-per-view. I think that's why I'm overreacting to this show the way I am. Because Destination X was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then this.
Then this happens, and it's like, what the fuck? How do you go from one thing to another that quickly?
It's the wrestling of Flair Steamboat with the booking of Katie Vick.
Exactly.
Oh
I wish I was watching Katie Vick. At least that might have been creepy, but at least it was funny.
I don't know, dude. It was bad Triple H humor. There's not much in the world that's less funny than
that.
that.
I don't remember that being funny. I just remember it being totally fucking stupid.
I'll screw your brains out.
Okay, you know things are weird when the complaint was the bad comedy, not the corpse fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which some...
What the fuck, wrestling? What have you done to us?
Well... It taketh away, but it also giveth. Hey, look at our new world heavyweight champion.
Yay!
Yay!
And I, unfortunately, for reasons of time, had to skip through this. So you guys cover this angle. I'm going to go chug some alcohol.
Okay, you have fun with that. This was interesting because I wasn't paying that close of attention.
Were neither one of you paying attention?
Apparently not. I thought it was pretty good. I just don't know why they didn't have it on in the beginning of the show, though.
Yeah,
I think new champion, they would have him as beginning of the show, you know.
He did open the 9 o'clock hour, which is when, technically when you're trying to grab new eyeballs. So
yeah.
I sort of get it, but you could have. It would have been much better story-wise to have Austin Aries open the show and then put Bubba and Joseph Park as the semi-main event at the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. But basically Austin comes out and says he's had a great week, and basically he says it's Austin to be the champion, and he gives your pretty typical I'm the face, I overcame the odds kind of promo, but in his Austin Aries kind of style.
Yeah.
He sounded like such a douchebag about it, though.
Yeah.
I'm liking him right now, though.
It's just like, yep, I did it. Fuck all of you.
I'm liking his attitude right now. I'm coming around to him.
Yeah, I am so awesome that none of you expected me to win the world championship, and I fucking did. I'm awesome. You're not. Suck it.
Yeah, and I can actually live with that.
Yeah.
But then Bobby Roode comes out, and he has this look on his face of just absolute, complete, and utter disbelief.
He chewed so much scenery. There was no ring left.
It was awesome.
What the hell came through here? Was it the Tasmanian Devil? No, it was Bobby Roode.
He's a little pissed.
He was so over the top.
It's just like, because I wasn't paying that much attention. All of a sudden, I hear heavy breathing coming from my computer. I flip back over to the fucking video I'm watching, and there he is, just in his face, just rage and breathing and stuttering. It's like, what the fuck? Take it down, Botch Man. Which, sadly, as goofy as it was at first, as it went on, it started to work.
Yeah, for once, being over the top it worked.
Yeah, he takes about 5 minutes to say, "There's only one word for this, and that's fluke."
Honestly, the first time he started to say it, I thought he just wanted to say fuck.
And he kept coming around to it.
Really, he just wanted to say motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, give me my belt back.
Fuck you, it was a fluke.
We drinking. Sorry, I just heard cursing and I wanted to be part of the group.
But then Aries basically is like, yeah, fuck you, I'm the world champ. You can leave now.
Yeah, like at one point, Roode is just like, no, and Aries just puts the belt in his face and goes, yes.
But he did not repeat it twice
really well together in that regard.
Yeah.
Here's the shock. There were no yes chants on this pay-per-view. I mean, on this show. Wait, were there?
I didn't hear it.
There was one good chant way early that I forgot to comment on.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a yes chant.
No yes chant, no, but like at the end of the Bully Ray Joseph Park match, the crowd actually chanted "That was you" at Joseph Park, which was brilliant. Yeah. And I was so proud of them. And then they chanted Jerry like it was fucking Springer during.
I forgot about that. I blocked that out. And then I was
sad.
I don't know if that was celebratory or mocking.
Either way, it was fucking
I
dumb.
don't either, but it was stupid. And I was disappointed in them.
Because they were doing good.
Hey, this main event match is actually not bad. I mean, I'm totally not watching the show while I'm reviewing it. Anyway, next segment.
Next segment is Sting and Hogan. Yay.
Okay, I'm totally
really damn entertaining promo.
Yeah, what was up with Hogan's eyes? Anybody else see how pink they were?
Yeah.
Like infected and a half. So
I just figured he was stoned.
He got it off RVD.
Dude, the kind of prescription he must be on constantly, yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a green card. I think he's earned it.
Yeah. With his back alone.
If they're like, okay, here are your 500 milligram Oxycontins, I think Hogan's probably at this point just like, yeah, whatever, give me 10 at a time. But okay, we're not talking about Kevin Nash or any of the other Clique members. I shouldn't be too mean. Just 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a weird. Sting was talking about how like some people are coming for them. Those anonymous goons that beat him up the other week, and he's like,
they're still complaining about their RPG.
Yeah, he's like, we got to go out these guys old school, Hulk, old school. Never explained what he meant by old school.
Even Hogan was just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's like,
old school.
Okay,
what?
Talking about when the Horsemen used to gang beat you down like that all the time, or when the NWO used to gang beat you down like that all the time. when the Millionaires Club used to gang together at school, and
Also,
how
he's used to
old are you
this.
I
talking
sense a
about?
pattern here.
You mean
think
like when
he'd be
Immortal
better-
did it,
Yeah.
or
If we could only get a few guys to
it
turn
may
on
have
him.
been Mafia, or
Huh.
Yeah, and speaking of turning on him, here randomly for no reason into the room come Brother Devon and Garrett Jr. Bischoff. God, I just looking at him. Oh, most punchable face this side of Tom Zink, I swear. But yeah, that's a reference to a match that me and two other people watched one night. Anyway, so. And they're like, Hulk, you can trust us, totally. Anytime you have a problem, we're on your side because we're trustworthy and you can trust us. Put all your trust in us, Hulk. By the way, we have some money in Nigeria, which we need a down payment for you to get out for us. But trust us for backing you up with these wrestlers. And, we have some excellent organic herbal soap and food products that we buy from somebody. We can sell them to you at an excellent discount for you to sell to somebody else. But Hulk, please trust us. And by the way, Hulk, we heard in the back that the company's going to put the X Division title on you. But please trust us, Hulk, because we totally got your back and we would never deceive you in any way. You totally look young and not like a saddle.
Also,
don't know
yeah,
what you're
Andrew
trying to
Hussey
say,
totally
Genius.
said that.
I don't get what you're trying to say, Genius.
I might have paraphrased a moment or two, but I'm pretty sure I got most of it.
Nah, yeah, that sounded about right.
Yeah, just about.
I'm watching. Okay, when we get to the match, I'll mention this part, but when we get to the main event, oh, this is awesome. Anyway, keep going.
Okay.
No.
No, it's something you've seen.
Kurt
It's
Angle.
awesome. No, it's genuinely something none of you have seen. But anyway, so now we have
Kurt
Madison
Angle.
Rain talking about Earl Hebner and how she loves.
Oh God.
Another fucking lost potential thing. Like, this was the angle that I thought was going to be the fake me out AJ angle. And it's fucking... it's fucking Hebner?
Of all people. Fucking
What?
wrestling. Earl Hebner.
No!
Duda.
It was supposed to be Devon, you assholes!
That would have been
Why
much
do you
better.
guys want them to love?
And, by the way, you know what? One other big difference between WWE and TNA? Apparently TNA doesn't employ a makeup person for that giant zit on Madison's forehead. I mean, dude, if I was just... Okay, I've done makeup on myself a few times when I was in theater. Yeah, theater. We'll go with that explanation. And even I could just whip out a little bit of base and a powder puff and cover that up better than it was here on her. I mean, it looked like it was coming to get me. I believe the volcano of Mount Doom was about to erupt.
Oh, God. Are we talking about this so we don't have to talk about the fact that Brooke Hogan was on fucking commentary?
Oh God.
That's the funny thing. She had a couple of not bad lines. If she could ever be taught anything about wrestling and stop talking about herself and her dad,
That's the
I could see
thing,
her
though.
like a decent
Why
power.
would you have her on first if she doesn't know anything about wrestling? I
Yeah,
don't care if she's Hogan's daughter. Learn some wrestling moves if you want to wrestle, or
yeah,
learn to
but
be a manager, or learn to commentate. Don't get the
I-
fuck on the air until you learn something.
I just
everybody
want
go.
to know why the executive is dressing like she should be coming down on Ric Flair's arm.
Yeah, she was wearing
Being paid by the hour.
She
was
did
wearing
say that she could make more money on her back than Scott Steiner could in a year. So
she admitted that.
but that dress. I believe the specific name for that article of clothing. It's a medieval term. It is shortly before the invention of the petticoat. They called that an upskirt. Because she doesn't even need to be getting out of a car, baby. She is a walking panty flash. She is like the dream come true of all those fucking pervs in the anime folder because her panties are constantly on display under this belt called a dress.
Oh, a
And
little more fabric than a belt.
She was talking all over what was, I thought, a pretty decent knockouts match.
This actually was a good match.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
I enjoyed the match, but yeah, so much talking.
I'm all alone here. I'm sorry. I knew. I mean, Gail Kim looked like she was in a lazy mood, and Tessmacher's offense was all woof. Jesus.
My standards are a little low.
Yeah, the standards of the knockout division have steadily dropped over the past several years. Why not? I mean, it's to the point where the WWE Diva division might arguably be back in competition with the knockouts.
Holy hell.
Maybe it's just because we're weird. Maybe it's just because we're weird and we like Miss Tessmacher.
Honestly, I was mostly just happy because I had forgotten that she was champion. And I knew she was going to win, so it's just like, yay! I like her. I'll settle for that.
Trying for a USA champ when she was a Texan in red, white, and blue going against a Canadian Korean.
Yeah.
Well, it also reminds me, prop to whoever got her new outfit because now she looks slightly... Somehow, that outfit makes it less like a strip show and more like something a wrestler would do.
There was one spot I liked. Gail Kim, she's getting the heat. Hits a cattle mutilation. It's a beautiful one. Better than most of Danielson's used to look. And then in the middle of it, like somehow, she is bridged up in midair. I mean, nothing but her feet is touching the canvas. The feet and the top of her head and nothing else. She somehow de-bridges herself, whips her body back over the other way to land where she started. How do you do that?
Practice.
Yeah. All I can say is practice.
Practice and a lot of stretching.
Dude, she needs to be in fucking Cirque du Soleil instead of wrestling if she can bust that out on a regular basis. Because that was just an amazing piece of balance, strength, stamina, coordination. I mean, just all the above.
Yeah.
Everything else in the match was a whole lot of Miss Tessmacher kicking and clotheslining and not always quite making contact.
I still think she's better than most of the divas.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. These days, I mean, Layla's better, so they got a better champ.
Yeah, Layla's got better. Beth is good.
Yeah, and, well, do we count Natty as even working there anymore? But still, the Bella's gone. Rosa Mendez,
Natty's still
manager.
There.
What? Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karma's the one who left.
Kelly, you know, I'm sorry to what's the name of that moron who keeps posting his creepy Kelly obsessive articles? That fucking idiot in the dumb comics thread. The one who's just like, Kelly is better than everybody because she started young and never got hurt, even though she did.
A few times, yeah.
Yeah, that dude. But anyway, Kelly, thankfully, not running the ropes so often on Raw these days. And
well, that's because she's not there.
Yeah.
She's doing the movie or something.
And Eve's gotten better.
Eve, yeah. Alicia Fox also started not appearing in this film most nights.
Mm.
And Karma may or may not be coming back. There's some weirdness going on with her now.
I hope to God she does.
Well, apparently the company at some point randomly added her to the alumni section. And Meltzer reported apparently they're thinking of firing her. And then they randomly took her back off the alumni section into the main roster.
Oh.
Firing her?
Or letting her go, because I think they just it's like, okay, we've employed you for like a year and a half now. You've been on TV 3 times. And we know there were unfortunate things, but still, I mean, she was physically well enough to be in the Rumble and apparently just had so many personal problems that she's still been off TV 7 months later.
Yeah, it has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it
it
seems
wouldn't
like a
be.
lot of wasted potential.
People seemed really shocked by it, but I kind of was like, "Well, what did you expect? What did you expect?" Because
Yeah, it's not
she
something you
hasn't
just get over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do find the fact that she told everybody she had the kid to be still odd, but
I get that too. It's shock, going through something like that.
I mean, you know. Anytime I've been in a tragedy, my first instinct was, that's further than we need to go. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Let's get off of that
Yeah.
topic. And anyway, and their
Pretty
Divas
quickly.
division is looking up if they ever put her on TV and decide that she doesn't need to lose 30 pounds and get implants because they just hired Sarah Del Rey and signed her to the WWE.
You hired Sarah Del Rey? When?
Yeah.
Yeah, they signed her a little while ago.
Ooh.
They
Question.
signed.
I think I've
Sarah
seen some of her.
Del Rey, they signed Pac of Dragon Gate, or Pac if you prefer.
The man who defied gravity.
And who was the third guy? There was a third guy.
Shit, I can't remember offhand.
Well, anyway, there was some third in guy. And yes, Sarah Del Rey and Pac.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they actually do anything with Sarah Del Rey, though, it's not the first time they've had a female wrestler who's really good. Like hell, Serena's a good example. They had her, and then they never even let her work a match.
By the time they finally did, it's like, oh, you've been ring rusty because you haven't wrestled in 8 months, and you have 50 pounds worth of new boobs, and suddenly you're clumsy. Fuck you, you're fired.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
Impact.
yeah.
Back to Impact. After Divas. Yeah, after the
knockout
match.
That Knockouts division, not a hell of a lot better than the Divas at the moment.
Guess so.
So, yeah. So, Impact, and was there any more promos, or is it just straight to the main event?
Next is
we get to see Claire backstage. Which,
again.
I was actually in a pretty good. I was actually feeling better, and then I saw her, and I was pissed. So, yeah, that happened.
Stop it! Don't sleep with that whore.
Well,
AJ is.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't. You take this. You are the master of cocksucking.
Oh my god.
She should use her special ability there. She would be pregnant.
Pregnant? Hope it's not AJ's baby.
Oh
Yeah, and it's not even the right character. We're naming Jill Lyons for no fucking. Just because we all watched the Phaelus Lupa playthrough recently.
No.
Oh god. So yeah, there is a main event. It's a Kennedy match, but hey, don't run away yet. It is shockingly good.
Yeah,
it was decent. I was
Best
surprised.
match I've seen out of Mr. Anderson in a long time. So yeah, it's Neo versus the cop from that movie River of Darkness, and they did okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I mean, just back and forth, and it was one of those matches where by the end, Kurt Angle's mouthpiece is soaked with blood. One of those,
Does that usually mean it's good or bad?
No, it's usually like Kurt just like, I'm gonna go take another 3 months off of my life tonight. Do. And he didn't do anything huge, but just everything was fucking stiff. In a good way, mostly. I mean, a couple of those German suplexes look like, well, this is Kennedy Anderson, and he will bang his body around awkwardly, given the slightest chance. But, I mean, it went really well, and here's the amazing thing. I did not get to watch this show live. I've recently got a new job, which is playing havoc with my DarkMatch duties. I did have to shamefully acquire this show online. Matey. And
not that we illegally download anything.
Never.
I don't illegally download
I just
shit.
Jack Sparrowed it.
God, that's crazy talk.
Anyway, but I
What I
got
want this
a weird version, which somebody must have got off their satellite dish. And I don't mean like Dish Network or DirecTV satellite dish. I mean, fucking old school, like that John Ritter movie, Stayed Tuned, that kind of satellite dish.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it had all the stuff from during the commercial breaks that was happening.
Holy
And
shit, I saw that too.
it was nothing.
It was
Sometimes it was
fucking weird.
amazing. Sometimes it was just, oh, and well, there's a lot of crap to clean up in the ring after the Abyss bloody street fight. So here come
It
all
was
the
like
ring.
watching someone tear down a set.
It's just Jeremy Borash, that fucking little panty waist. Don't get me started. Standing in the ring and just getting the crowd hyped up in his usual pandering. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. I mean, just like parody of an old timey radio announcer slash big top circus. Fuck him! I hate him! I hate him!
Calm down.
Most of the time, it's
It's
not
okay,
very.
Genghis.
Although
It's
the
okay.
most interesting thing about these commercial breaks, it's hilarious when you find out that TNA, since this is live now, and they can't just cut back to 15 seconds after the commercial break is over, like they have been doing for most of their Impact's run. Now, what is it? One long headlock, baby.
Oh my god.
Kurt Angle instantly gets Ken Anderson in a headlock. He sits down and has a Snickers, essentially, because he is not going anywhere for a while. He
Oh,
waits till they
man.
come back to do anything. He's just like, yeah, I wrestled Orton a lot. Why not? I mean, I have seen less chin locks in a 20-minute long Ultimate Warrior match.
Oh
Okay,
God, those exist, don't they?
yeah. No, I made that. That's an exaggeration, but I've seen less chin locks in a 10-minute Yokozuna match, at least. So
Okay, that
yeah,
makes more sense.
Yeah.
and finally, after just a good back and forth match, Angle slam 1, 2, 3. And by the way, when's the last time Angle pinned anybody with the Angle slam? That never happens enough.
A while.
I mean, it's usually either if he wins the match, it's either roll up, some kind of interference shenanigans, or the ankle lock. And he rarely gets to ever pin anyone with his finisher. It's almost always a 2 count. So I mean, it's like the least effective finisher since Ric Flair's Figure 4. Think about it. Who did he ever beat with that?
Uh. Uh.
Name a
This
time
might-
he won the world championship with his own hold.
This might be a minute.
Okay.
Gonna have to think about this one.
One time he was wrestling David, and but other than that, yeah, it was Russo. How'd you know? By the way, still one day my dream match that I want to book on a show if I ever have control of my own indie show: David Flair versus Vic Steamboat. Just because.
That sounds like it would just be a torturous match.
Yeah. This promotion will be called Killing the Town. David Arquette.
Oh god.
Oh God. So,
Oh,
anyways,
man.
after a pretty good main event, we get a random segment where Bobby Roode just comes into Hulk Hogan's office and then just stares at him because
Is Hulk Hogan the official authority figure now?
yeah, he's the general
Yes.
manager.
No.
Where did he get
Yeah.
that?
Isn't Eric Bischoff not even allowed to be spoken of?
Who
Yeah,
gave that?
Beep. You mean
Yes.
Eric Beep?
Indeed, I do.
For a quick little recap, because I know you guys don't always watch TNA. Sting fucking gave his fucking authority to be the general manager to fucking Hulk Hogan because he wanted to be a wrestler again, so he could face Bobby Roode. Because
Because everybody wants to see that.
because we all needed to see fucking Sting wrestle again.
Yeah.
Sting, you're the age of my mom. Give it up. Okay, wait, not literally. I was missing a few years there.
Close
But still.
enough, though.
Yeah, once you can describe your age as starting with a 50, you shouldn't be a full-time wrestler.
Yeah, you might want to get out of the
Congratulations,
game.
you're older than my mother. He's older than my mom then.
Older than mine too.
Not by much, but
Yeah, but I was born in the 70s, so.
Mhm.
You
But-
old bastard.
The last 2.5 months of the 70s. But anyway, so he wants a rematch, and Hogan's like, well, I'm not just gonna. And he's like, well, we have another pay-per-view coming up, and Bobby Roode's like, no, that's not good enough. I want a rematch. And
yeah,
Hogan's like,
I want a pay-per-view match. That'll take time.
Yeah, Hulk's like, call him out at this open fight night thing we're doing next
Brother.
week. Because it sounds kind of MMA-ish, and we're all leeching off of MMA. By the way, the Walmart where I work now, just a brief straw poll, 3 MMA magazines on the rack, no wrestling magazines, no WWE, no nothing. So
Whoa.
you in the fake business, yeah, you might want to be worried.
Well,
But, so yeah, so that happens. And then Sting comes out to the ring for our main event. Swerve. No, it's not, because it's a main event rerun. Same shit that happened last time with Sting. Sting comes out to the ring, and he wants to do things old school. I don't know if he means being a know-nothing bodybuilder and calling every territory and being turned down by everybody until finally Jerry Jarrett in Memphis is like, sure, come on down. We don't care. We'll take anybody. $20 a night. And so him and Warrior and 2 other useless guys went down there and stunk out the territory and quickly left. So I don't know if he means that old school, but yeah, he hasn't specified, so I'm forced to assume that's it.
Mhm.
yeah.
And
He calls for Hogan.
calls
Hogan's
for
music
Hogan.
plays all the way fucking through.
Yeah.
Then he gets
With the most
confused, calls him
blatant-
again.
But by the way, I forgot just how close Hogan's music is to the NWO theme.
Yeah, it's really close. It's just
I mean, like,
Isn't it
Slightly
like the
remixed.
Rock House version of it or whatever?
it's like lawsuit worthy. I don't know why the WWE hasn't sued him yet.
Because they don't give a fuck.
yeah.
They
Because they're like, oh,
They can-
TNA
I
wants
don't
to keep
require
this
someone from
NWO
WWE
thing.
to watch
Okay.
this.
They do care enough to rarely if ever mention him on TV at all, and when they do, it's usually in kind of a disparaging fashion, like in around 2000 when WCW was on its last legs, and they're like, "Oh, look at those poor bastards! Let's have the Big Show come out and pretend he's Hulk Hogan and do an impression. It'll be funny." Except now it's like that attitude, except never mentioning Hogan or referring to him.
No, they mentioned Hogan. They just never mentioned that, he's
Yeah.
still arrested. He's still
No,
like
it's
doing
always
stuff.
like, and we bring up this memory of a match that happened in 1982.
They mention him, but they pretend like he's fucking retired.
They pretend it's like he's dead. And now we present this posthumous award to Heath Hogan.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh.
Why so serious, brother?
Angus.
Oh.
God.
Bad.
So, was I the only one watching this? And
knee surgeries.
was I the only one watching this? And when the second round of his music played, was expecting, like his corpse to fall from the rafters or something? It was fucking horror movie setup. Just like something, anything.
Anybody got any memoir jokes they want to break off now?
See?
Anybody like mock test for liking his pain pills while we're at it? Anybody?
See?
Huh?
I knew if I mentioned rafters, that would happen. But god damn it, how else do you want me to describe it?
Hey, watch out for those women drivers and Randy Savage.
Oh god!
Oh.
What is wrong
That
with
is
you?
fucking terrible.
Oh, let's bring this home. The same thugs come out and beat up Sting the same way they did last time, and it turns out they already beat up Hogan in the back, and Brooke in her upskirt is totally flashing the camera while leaning over her dad/lover and screeching.
Ninjas. Kidnapping people.
Except
Call
for
the
On
cops.
TV!
On TV. Call the cops.
One of them looks seriously like it's Van Hammer wearing a bandana. I swear to God, it looks exactly like him. Either that or Eric Watts. He's the
I
one
wish
guy.
it was Eric Watts. That'd be funny. At this point, I don't watch TNA for good wrestling. I just watch it because shit would be funny.
Yeah, I was told the
Yeah.
company's gotten better, and to an extent it has. I noticed a few things like
Here and there.
just little things ever since Pritchard has taken over. Like the camera work is a little better. It's not as frenetic as it used to be. It's not cutting like 3 times per second like it used to. The commentary is notably, how would I say, improved, but in a way where just they're not trying so hard to Michael Cole everything in super shill, overexcited, super shillian Saiyan 3 mode. Wait, what are we up to in the latest videos? Is Super Saiyan 5 now? Michael Cole approaches it at a time. But, I mean,
No, he's only
that
Super
did
Saiyan
better.
4.
I mean, we've got the titles, except for Tessmacher on Better People. Wait,
You
who's
like
the guy?
Tessmacher?
I'm sorry. I remember the last time I saw her, I'm like, wow, she's improved a lot. And I saw her tonight, and I'm like, wow, I take back my previous statement. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if I was just. I mean, and this is where, I plug myself and say, well, I was in the wrestling business for 5 years. But I did call a hell of a lot of wrestling matches as a play-by-play commentator. And that does just tend to let you train you to look for certain things, especially when you call a hell of a lot of bad matches starring bad wrestlers. And in the $10 payoff land where I worked, that happened a lot. Like, oh, half of every night. It's like, oh, another sleeper hold spot. Exactly like the previous 4 matches. Executed in the same identical manner and order. So more punches that aren't touching, more punches that are touching. Whoa, dude, lighten up with those punches. Those are touching. So after enough of that, I've got kind of like gaydar for sneakily bad wrestlers. And I think Tessmacher might be a Kennedy in that variety, because just she messes up enough stuff that if we will go back after the show and I show you like frame by frame, look at this. What the hell was she even trying there? You might go, oh yeah, I really wasn't paying that much attention the first time.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a hopeless nerd who wasted 5 years of his fucking precious youth on this worthless so-called sport. Not that I'm bitter.
You okay there, Jingus? You having another moment?
32 and I'm working at Walmart. What do you think? Anyway,
Just take another shot.
I will. Right after the show's over. But it was a step forward. I mean, most of the matches got some time, at least 5 minutes. There
Yeah.
was only one that went less than 5 minutes. So there weren't many matches. Hang on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 matches, but which is okay. They could have done a little bit less talking and less video package and more wrestling. But compared to how it used to go, where like the entire first hour would be like, okay, we'll have
Talking.
one match that goes 29 seconds, literally.
Yeah.
The second hour will have 3 matches, 2 will go 3 minutes, the last one will go 7.
Yeah, so it's a step up.
Yeah. They're moving in the right direction, just
Slowly.
don't yet.
Very slowly.
Keep on moving, baby. You know what time it is.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
Exactly, and not just Jeff Hardy on his ecstasy. Allegedly.
Okay,
no.
you better fucking add allegedly.
Allegedly.
Not every wrestler. I'm paying too much attention to those darn dirt sheets, because we all know how they lie randomly for no reason about everything, and they're all
It
biased.
occurs to me that if anybody actually listened to our fucking show, oh my god, we would all have such the lawsuits for slander.
We said allegedly. We're fine. You just gotta add
this
allegedly.
time.
Yeah. You just gotta add allegedly to whatever you say.
And on that note, I think it's time for everybody's favorite game. What gets more screen time than Jay Lethal?
Brooke Hogan's pubic lice get more screen time than
Oh, damn it! I was gonna say her thighs. Wait,
little
I'm now
hot.
remembering how costuming in this business works. Everybody's thighs are on display.
Pregnant crack whores get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Literally. It's not a joke if it's not real. I mean, if it's real, then it's just depressing.
Let's see.
Think of something else. No leaf.
Split person.
Making me want to watch Breaking Dawn. Got more screen time than fucking Jay Lethal.
Split personality disorder is slowly but surely getting more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Yes. And sadly, even Jay Lethal gets more screen time than Black Machismo.
They're the same person!
We wish. I'm told they are, but no. One of them's awesome. The other one's fucking boring.
Okay.
And on that note, it's time for us to shill our shit.
Yay, shilling.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on Blook TV and on YouTube to keep up to date with all of our videos. You can also like us on Facebook, and you can also like our videos on YouTube because that helps us get more related views and stuff like that. So more people watch us, and we can do more stuff. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at DarkMatch Wrestling. That's Wrestling with one S. You can also follow us on individually on Twitter as well. Don't forget to check out TRE Productions, where all of our videos, plus lots of other great content, is hosted. And we are also in the Reviewtopia. We are also on Reviewtopia in the community section.
We are also on Reviewtopia in the community section. And last but not least, visit us at That Guy with the Glasses, Yes to Giwatiga, in the blog section.
And on that bombshell, we must end. I am No Leaf Clover.
I am Jingus.
I'm Duo's Angel, and I fucking told you we should have just talked about Homestuck.
And I'm
Don't
Phoenix
want to talk
Justice,
about Homestuck.
and I agree.